It took me 10 years to lose 30 pounds, and I want to break down exactly how I could have saved myself those 10 years if I had just known the things that I'm about to show you. Why don't we do the things that we say we want to do? So many times with fat loss, we tell ourselves that we have a plan. Monday comes, we can do it for like 3 days, fall off track, and then we're starting over again on Monday. And it feels terrible. It feels like there's something wrong with us, that we just don't have enough willpower, not enough discipline. We try and force it so much, but it never makes a difference. This is exactly what I did for so many years, expecting different results from trying the same thing over and over again. Definition of insanity, right? This isn't an information problem. How many times have you heard, get your steps in, drink your water, eat more protein, eat your vegetables, just eat less and move more? If it were that easy, why wouldn't we all be at our goals already? There has to be something deeper. I've tried macros, clean eating, low carb. Maybe you have too. These diets can work for a period of time until your willpower battery runs out and the call of whatever it is that you're craving just screams louder and louder and you can't resist it anymore. There has to be a better solution, and there is. Restrictive dieting triggers a lot of things subconsciously in your brain that you may not even be aware of. And once we can address those patterns, instead of continuing to white knuckle through the misery of dieting, we can finally start to make some changes. What you need to know is that you are not broken. I wasn't broken either. And once I realized that, the weight started coming off. If you constantly have a lot of food noise, if you're dealing with internal battles in your head, oh, I want to eat the cookies, but no, I really shouldn't, and that would be bad, and I'm trying to lose fat, I really shouldn't do it, but then you eat it anyways. What is that? It's like the part of you that wants these long-term goals and the part of you that just wants to eat the cookie are in a constant battle, and it's exhausting. It doesn't have to be like that. In order to see how to change this, we have to go from fixer mode, just fixing the actions. Try to stop eating the sugar, try to stop doing insert whatever it is here, to observer mode. Why is this happening? We have to go from the actions that are happening downstream, this is your little river, we have to go to the source. And the root of all behaviors is your brain. In order to change things, we have to understand and address the patterns and the signals that are the root cause, your survival wiring. And if you think about this, our brains evolved over millions of years. And the real goal, the only goal that really ever mattered before was survival. So our brain evolved to value highly rewarding calorie-dense foods. In our modern environment today, it is not the same as what the caveman was dealing with. When the caveman came across an abundance of honey or a really fatty animal, the brain learned to really value those foods because they mean a higher chance of survival. And in our modern food environment, that's just not the case anymore. It's around every corner. And this is what's called an evolutionary mismatch. But our brains also evolved to have a rational, long-term thinking and abstract concept side. This is our prefrontal cortex. This is the newer part of our brain that evolved to think about things like long-term goals, such as, I want to lose fat. So we can break down these two ways of thinking into your rational brain and your survival brain. And when we're in the moment of decision, so often the survival brain takes over. So the question is, what do we do about it? How do we get these two parts of our brains on the same side? The good news is that when you start to do that, fat loss starts to feel easier. Not like the constant battle it feels like when you're at war with these two parts of yourselves. Your rational brain wants to lose weight and feel better and feel more confident. Your survival brain just wants the cookie right now. And that is totally normal. That is not something that's wrong with you. The problem is a lack of understanding. And there are 4 key things that you need to understand. And that is your thought patterns, your automatic habit loops, your internal reward systems, and your physiological energy and satiety systems. All four of these things are brought together by one concept, and that is awareness. With awareness, we can start to see what it is specifically that you are dealing with. And when we know what that is, we can discover the tools to change it. So in upcoming videos, I'm going to be breaking down these 4 systems. If you want to dive into that right away, check the link in the description. But otherwise, stay tuned for the next one.